A 5-year-old is running towards me. I'm in a park. I'm holding a very colorful storybook, and she's running towards me. And I can hear her mother from the background. Nancy, 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 stop running. You will fall. Oh, Nancy, Nancy. But Nancy's 6 teeth, they're all outside, and I can hear her chuckle. And I drop my book and I look at Nancy, and Nancy's already standing right in front of me. And I bend to her level. Hello, beautiful girl. How are you doing? And she's shy. She's putting her hand in her mouth. She's saying, I'm fine. And she beckons to my book. And I ask her, oh, you like it? And she nods her head. And I pick Nancy up and I put her on my lap. And I'm reading the story to Nancy. And her mother is just there. Ah, this girl, she likes storybook. She can ask questions. No, Nancy, don't disturb Auntie. Oh. And I'm telling the mom, don't worry, leave her for me. And so Nancy is so excited at the pictures she's seeing in my book. And I'm equally excited because joy is very infectious. So Nancy is asking me questions. What is this? What is this? What is this? And in the space of 30 seconds, I have answered 300 questions from Nancy. And you can see her joy of being answered and being attended to. And just being heard, really. Now you can imagine if Nancy had all those questions in a home where love was not the foundation, or where love did not even try to grow. You can imagine the loneliness Nancy would feel at just 5 years old. So children are very, very delicate, and whatever happens to them in childhood can affect them forever. So Nancy goes to school, and the school is a very different case. And the teacher is saying shut up every 0.1 second. If someone just turns, shut up, shut up. In fact, if the turn of our necks could make noise in kindergarten, the teacher would also say shut up. And so these children's joy are very tied down. They don't want to let the boys play. They don't want to let the girls talk. So you wonder, are we raising puppets or are we raising children? Because this energy has to go somewhere. And that's why this is where even bullies start from, because the energy, you don't want the boy to play football. The energy goes into beating other children because the energy has to go out. It has to go out. It's human beings for you. That energy has to go out. So it's either you let the children do dangerous things carefully, or they're going to be a danger themselves. So children need a lot of emotional care. They need attention. Children do not want an angry parent in the home. I dare say raising a child is more difficult than working, because I have done both and I can understand. Raising a child in the sense that I'm not a parent yet, God willing, sometime in the nearest future, but I've been around children a lot and I've been around work a lot to understand that raising a child is not a day's job. It's not even raising a child is a miracle, because you can do your best. You can think you've done your best, and then you take them to school, do you not? You take them to parks, do you not? They mingle with other forms of knowledge and things change, and you go to your room and you cry and you say, I did my best, oh Lord, what happened? But it's not even about that. It's a society. So back to working. Children need a lot of care. And this is not to maybe justify or say, oh, that means, see, I was right now. I said women should not work, let the men go and work. No. Love is not a woman thing. Love is something everybody should learn. And maybe if the workspaces were softer, we would have a balanced home, because it's not enough for only the mother to be happy and the father to be aggressive from work. Fathers, you don't even deserve to be in harsh work environments as well. Everybody needs a little bit of softness. Tough love is good, but everybody needs a little bit of softness. It's important for you. So raising a child needs a lot of attention, because you are baiting this child, and tell me why this child is asking me if this is his bum bum, and if somebody touch it, what will she do? And you're wondering where this one heard that one from, but you need to answer the questions. If not, they will get the answers from somewhere else, and you may not like where they get the answers from. So this is why we need to teach about love, and this is how we need to take care of children. You don't have to push the children out by yourself, or maybe bring them out directly from your belly to be able to take care of them properly. And there are some times where the woman is exhausted, the mother is exhausted, and sometimes she just needs to be alone that day. Days like that happen. It's not what happened, what happened, don't be sad, don't be. Sometimes we need to sit. I'm saying we like I'm a mother. Maybe this is a sign. Sometimes we need to sit in that gloom to finally come out. So it's not something you can forcefully drag mothers from. We should understand this about mothers, because I've been privileged enough to be around some mothers. Cook for them, sweep for them, don't let them near the child that day. Let them have their time, okay? Because you need enough energy to answer children, if you know what I mean. If you've worked in nursery schools or children departments in churches, or you've just been with children in general, you understand. So fathers, siblings, uncles, aunties, grandmothers, grandfathers, you do a great job of taking that emotional weight of mothers. But I don't want to demean your hard work, but it's everybody's job to raise a child. It's not solely the mother's job. I mean, the mother has done a good job for 9 months, and some exceed 9 months, some 11 months. So it's everybody's duty to raise a child. No matter how the child may look. Even though kata is coming out of his nose, it's your duty to get a tissue and clean it, and maybe tell the mother, you should hold a tissue for this boy or this beautiful girl, please. You should do this, you should do that. So it's everybody's duty to raise a child, and sometimes the mothers are angry, and somehow they put the anger on the child, not because they hate the child, but that's the closest outlet. And they immediately regret it, but Africans don't know how to apologize. But we understand you, okay? You were not taught these things. That's why we are trying to teach these things now and hoping you listen. Eventually, God will help. So, a child is a lot of emotional investment. And don't forget, this child, if not well taken care of, will be thrown into the world and will also disrupt other children if not taken care of. And if taken care of, joy can be infectious. The child will also spread the joy. And you would say, well, work is very emotionally investing too. Do you know how much I think about my work? Do you know how much? My dear, you can break your phone and get a new one. You can break your phone because of the frustration at work and get a new one. You can fling your files because you don't understand why the mean median mode is not molding today. And you get a new file. It's just paper. You can break your laptop screen and get a new laptop screen. It's just paper. Okay? The laptop is not going to go into the world and meet millions of children and then disrupt them because they had an unhappy childhood, and then suddenly want to make the world pay for the unhappy childhood they had. And so, you see all these things I'm saying? Human beings are very important and should be taken care of, okay? So when you see a child, if you can, make the child the happiest that minute. And if you are not in the mood at that time, please stay away from the child, okay? If a child comes to where you're sitting and is drumming and you're not in the mood to hear that energy has to go out of that child. Instead, you leave that space. You are old. You are older, okay? Leave the space for the child. Put on headphones. You don't have to say, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Who are you? And why are you shutting the child up? You and the child are the same thing. Because God forbid, but this is just speaking hypothetically, if both of you die, you're still going to enter the ground. So what makes you suddenly think you're higher because you are just maybe a few inches taller? So let's take care of children. Let's take care of adults. Let's take care of mothers, fathers, uncles, aunties, grandma, grandfathers, siblings. Let's be there for one another. And the Lord will help us. And the Lord will give us the grace. I always say the Lord will give us the grace, because grace is not something that humans are born with. So the Lord will give us the grace. The Lord will help us. And as always, Jisike.